Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. We're back in another Mythic Plus. Actually, playing yesterday gave me just a little bit of a push to get off my arse and play a little bit more. So we are back in the other side 6. We are not the lowest geared, but not the best either. So there is a Windwalker Monk in here that is about 190 eye level. Everyone else in the group is 200 plus. So we've got quite an interesting challenge to try and beat the DPS. Of course, doing Mythic Plus is not all about beating the DPS, but it's a good indication of how well you're doing. Ultimately, if you walk in are pulling 2k DPS, everyone else is pulling 10, then are you really pulling your weight in the group? And I don't want to feel like I'm being carried in these, so let's hope I can be the one carrying. So we've used our cooldowns on the first one. We do have Frozen Orb here. So what I'm going to do is Blizzard into Frozen Orb and then straight into Rune of Power. I'm actually going to put mirror images so I don't take too much damage here. And we're going to get straight into the Ice Lance spam. I need a lot more haste. Like a lot more haste. Oh my god. So our healer got knocked off. Okay. I was wondering how our healer managed to die. So because of this conduit that we got, our Ice Lance is like... Our Icy Vein, sorry, is like almost down to a 1 minute cooldown, which is really, really nice. Bang, bang, he's dead. Okay, so the first 2 pulls we've walked in and dominated both pulls on damage. It's not prideful, so we don't have to go the other way. Yes, we walked in and dominated the first 2 pulls on damage. Let's hope we can keep that going. But yeah, so how are you guys? I'm really trying to get back into WoW, just in general, and be a little bit more motivated. There's going to be some TBC content coming out at the end of this month. Obviously, with the release, I am playing it. I do intend to play it for some time, so I'd like to do a couple of videos and things like that on it. I'm playing Warlock at the moment. On the classic servers. So I've been looking at the PTR notes. They're I don't know, they really seem to be indecisive as to what they want some classes to look like. So there's a Holy Pally changes that have been quite wildly talked about that, oh my god, Holy Pallies are dead. And first of all, they're not. Is the first part to this. They're absolutely not dead. But the second part is they've changed the entire profile. They've made them more heal-centric with Flash of Light getting a buff. They've nerfed their Holy Shock. They've nerfed the damage. And it really does... It's really interesting that they've decided to go that route, to be honest. So, Blizzard here... I'm going to AoE them down with Ice Lances. As soon as they die, we'll sing a target. Bang. Yeah, it's really interesting that they've gone that route. They've changed Boomy. So one of the nerfs that they made to Boomy, I'm not sure it is a nerf. They effectively changed Stellar Drift, which was one of the talents of Boomy that allows druids to, or Boomies to Starfall and cast while moving, as well as giving it a damage buff. They nerfed that and gave it a cooldown of 12 seconds, which is around the duration of Starfall anyway. So nothing really changed. Because you're still going to be able to keep it up 100% of the time, it's just the fact that there's now a cooldown to it, which I'm not really sure why that makes a difference anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. I think if Frost doesn't change all too much, Frost is probably still where I'm going for next patch, to be honest. If this tank stops moving it out of my friggin' Blizzard. Gah! So it was my birthday this week, as I mentioned in the video yesterday, I believe. I've ordered myself a terabit SSD. The laptop I've got is great, but it has a very low, very small hard drive, and of course, size matters, you know. But no, I'm really struggling with the hard drive size, unfortunately. So I've just had to actually get. What am I doing? I'm really screwing up this rotation right now. That's better. Damn, we're actually doing tons of damage. So let's root that still. Gonna pop another Rune of Power here and go into the second one. I forgot about my Alter Time. I need to get a weak ore for Alter Time, actually. What's nice about Flurry is it gives you a lot of GCDs that you can use while moving. If they actually if the ads ever stack up on the boss, I will cleave them down, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. And for 190 eye level, oh my god, we are absolutely breaking this boss. What happened? I didn't play that particularly well. I screwed up at least 2 flurries, wasted at least 2 GCDs at the start, as well as probably more during it, but I didn't play that particularly well. I have an AoE legendary on, and yet we still held 5.2k DPS at 190 eye level. That's pretty poppin'. It's pretty poppin'. Yeah, so the Hunter is 202 eye level, DH is 210, and the Monk is 190. The Monk's actually doing a lot of damage as well. The other side's actually one of my favourite Mythic Pluses and dungeons that have come out in Shadowlands. If I had to go through them, is it my favourite? Is it my favourite? I'd actually have to say Halls is, and I'm not sure why. I spent so much time farming Halls at the start of the expansion that you'd think I'd be sick of it, but actually I really do enjoy it. It's probably one of my favourite dungeons. If not my favourite. And the other side's definitely up there. There's lots of condensed AoE, and that's the fun part in a dungeon. The boss fights for me are interesting, but I like just being able to go nuts and do lots of damage. That's where I get my my kicks from. So we haven't got Grievous in this, we've just got Sanguine, which is a really, really nice level to farm this week for Valor. 6s. I'm going to walk straight through that Sanguini because I can. Are we going to pull this all together? Oh, God, I hope so. Oh, yeah! So we drop a Frozen Orb first. And I actually waited then to drop the cooldowns just because I knew something would cause me to move. So we're going to drop another Ice... Okay, so there's only 2 left. Let's actually just focus these down. Bang, 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 bang. Damn, he died really quickly. And they touch of death, the one I put my Covenant ability on, which wasn't ideal, but never mind. So I actually updated all my add-ons and stuff yesterday because I've still not done that either. We are currently... This is what we've done so far in terms of runs. 2 14s. Obviously, one of them was boosted. One of them was kind of boosted, but not really. I didn't pay for it. It was just a group happened to need the key, and I had the key. So this is one of the 3 remaining dungeons that we haven't done so far. So it'd be quite nice to do that. I could probably take the next one of these with Alter Time. Let's see. But yeah, so this is one of the 3 we haven't done. All in all, once we've done the other 3 dungeons, get sort of 60, 70 points each in them. We might get up around the 600 mark. Yeah, we would break 600. Ultimately, I'd like to get to about 1,000. That's when things start becoming a little easier to get groups. So I'm actually going to do this as well. I shouldn't have put the Blizzard over there. I did it to slow them down so they wouldn't be annoying, but all it's done is stopped me from being able to do a lot of my damage there with my Legendary. So something I've got to be careful of, that I actually have to be really conscious of where I'm putting my Blizzard. I wish Blizzard were conscious about where they were putting their Blizzard. Yeah, I got thrashed on this pull. That's not good. But hey, we're through. It doesn't matter. So like I said, I've said before, the purpose of the run, or the purpose of me like setting little challenges and things like that for us, is not to top damage. Oh my god, we're crap if we don't get top damage. It's that comparing with other people with similar gear, I'd like to push myself to be better. I'd like to push myself to be the top DPS. And this is how I go about that. So, yeah. I'm going to immediately Blizzard here. And I'm actually going to cleave some AoE because I can. Oh my god, that does so much AoE, doesn't it? Wow. Wowzers. I don't think I'm stood in the Sanguini there. I kicked that one. Yeah, so what are you guys looking forward to most out of 9.1? That's going to be my question of the day today. Me personally, I'm looking forward to Torghast. I haven't tried it yet, and the reason I haven't tried it yet is I know eventually it will become something that I'm not interested in. And I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to be doing it now and then upsetting myself when it becomes dead content. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be fresh and new and exciting. But I'm actually looking forward to it. I think the changes they've made turns it more into a Tower of the Damned type thing from Final Fantasy, which is what we wanted, as opposed to a complete chore. And some of the changes they've made have been really well regarded. Some of them not so much. But yeah, I think they've definitely got potential to turn this into something positive. And if they do, then absolutely fair play to them. That's what I like to see. That was close. So I haven't quite got enough haste yet to like rapid fire the flurries into 2 ice lances. So I keep getting a little bit caught out, but it's all good. We'll get there eventually. So what I'm going to do, one of the episodes this week will be a little bit of kind of a training montage type thing. I'm going to go around and farm a ton of renown. I am going to do it. I still think we're going to end up going Necrolords. I think that's where I'm going to end up being by... I say by the end of the next patch. I think at the start, I think it'll be that close. But at the moment, Venthyr is around a 10% single target increase for Frost. So Necro has a good chunk of the way to go to match that. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I'm not changing anything yet, and I think Venthyr is probably a safe option for now. So we haven't got our Covenant ability, and we haven't got Bloodlust either. This is not good. Of course, it is fortified, so they're going to have less health, but we do want to make sure that we are trying to do the mechanics and things. Here comes our Covenant ability. We're going to drop another Rune of Power. Got to spend the Ice Lance first. So again, I've actually been reading up and trying to learn the intricacies of the Frost rotation. It's not a particularly complicated rotation, and you're not going to move at all, bud, are you not? No? Okay, that's cute. Not a particularly intricate rotation, and like I said, I've got no issues that I'll be able to play it within sort of 95% efficiency. But if we want to keep pushing and get the plus 20s next season and actually further as well, next season, yes, I'd like to push for all 20s on my mage quite early, but I'd also like to push further. If someone comes up and goes, let's go for 23s, 24s, then absolutely I'm there. That would be something I'd be really excited to do, because I've pushed before. Last time I pushed was, BFA. And I was like top 400-500 in the world at one point. I was the top 10 brewmaster at one point. Oh, this is gonna hurt like balls. Let's kill him fast. Thank you. Yeah, I was playing a lot of brewmaster. It was the first season, and I pushed really hard. And as I said at the time, it settled that I was around the top 10 brewmaster and top 300-400 person in the world. Which was really cool. It is a nice little achievement, but we've never really gone so hard as that since, and I'd like to do it again, especially now that we're doing the YouTube stuff. I'd really, really like to set ourselves that challenge. So the sad part is we've got a really weird time warp timer, in that we should have used it on that boss and it would have been back up for probably dealer, if not last boss. But because we got to that boss just a tad bit too quickly, we haven't got time warp now. What we should do, and efficiencies, again, this is kind of worrying a bit too high level for a +6, but what we should do is pull a lot in the next area and just AoE them all down. So I'm going to try and cleave all these down here. Let's kick that. So I did have to jump out of my Ice Lance, out of my Rune of Power there. We're actually going to get him here. I'm actually quite tempted to Bloodlust this. Where are we going there, buddies? I think we're going to get... Yeah, I thought we would get him eventually. That's coming at me, so let's move out of the way. Anybody die from that? I hope not. Let's kick you so you get out of the Sanguini. So I'm going to have to use a couple of defensives here. So I'm going to Cold Snap straight away. so that I can do that. I'm also going to alter time here and hopefully remember that I've altered time. I can't see where that's going. I just hope it's not me. Wow, something just pinged off my desk. That's interesting. So I need this death speaker to die, like, now. Thank you. What does that do? I want it. Okay, never mind. I might actually just sit in block for this. Just to avoid taking the damage. Yeah, it did so much damage to the other dudes. If I'd have sat in that, I'd have probably died. If not died, I'd have certainly got very low. Yeah, part of me considered that we probably should have just bloodlusted this, but there was no call for it, and I'm not confident yet to just do it and be like, and what? So it was probably the right decision ultimately, but we didn't pull the trigger. It's fine. We still have the opportunity to go for a big pull with Bloodlust here. I've got 40 seconds on Icy Vein, so what I'm going to do is just, as we're running through here, blink through that. So I've just told the tank, and again, this is where you have to be a little bit diplomatic in keys, and to turn the channel a little bit more educational. If I'd have said, we should do a big pull, blah, 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 it could be conceived as being toxic. Whereas if I just turn around and go, actually, I've got 40 seconds of my cooldown and we can bloodlust, I give him the option. I've given him the information. It's his choice to make. And people respond much better to that. Just in general, in life, people respond much better to that. If you give someone an option, allow them to make the choice, it's much better than telling someone this is what you should do. So he hasn't got he hasn't got his cheat death. Please don't tell me just pulling 4. There we go. Right, okay, I'm actually going to do this then. Because while it's not huge numbers, it's still something, and I get to pad the DPS. I say pad the DPS. In fairness, I'm actually killing a big pack quicker, so it's not necessarily padding DPS as such, but, I mean, it will be seen like that, I suppose. Bang. So 36% of our damage came from our legendary then, which was actually pretty big. No wonder Frost felt so bad to me when I didn't have my legendary. But the other part is that I just don't think this would have been anywhere near as fun on... Oh, I can actually dispel that. That's nice. I don't think this would have been anywhere near the damage if I was still playing Arcane. So I do think Arcane's a little bit undertuned at the moment. And the real question is, would I have beat this as, what are you doing? I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to pump and hope that this works. But it's not going to work. So I'm going to get out of here. We haven't got a Night Fae, I don't think, which is why this is going so horrifically wrong. Can I kite all this out? If I kite this out, I'm a god. I'm not going to lie. Yes, does that make me have an ego? Yes, it does. You know what? I get to have an ego if I get to kite Mythic Plus mobs out. So, we still have the tank up. Okay, that's interesting. I'll stop taking credit so quickly then. So we're trying to make sure we don't add any more. Again, luckily enough, Frost Rotation while AoEing is literally just Ice Lands more. We're going to get another pack here, aren't we? Let's drop another Blizzard down. Get out of the... Okay, I'd like to get out of the way. So we've got Mirror Images here. We also have Alter Time. What is going on? This is so bad. Oh no. I kind of agree with what the Demon Hunter said. If you can't read it, the Demon Hunter said, wait before doing anything when I'm pulling. You're right, absolutely, you should. But also, should you? Like, you should be keeping aggro off a 190, like 2 190 DPS. You have a Hunter for Misdirect as well. This shouldn't be a challenge. But I got my wish. I got to use my Bloodlust, I suppose. Oh my god, we've still got more coming in. Do I use Icy Veins here? If I use Icy Veins here, I probably get it back for the boss. And this is still not a clean little pull, so let's use it, burn it. I don't know if you use flurry here. I'm going to do it anyway now that there's only 2 targets. Bang, bang. Right, we somehow... Oh, I didn't actually use Icy Veins. Okay, that's interesting. I definitely pressed the button, never mind. So somehow that worked, question mark? We still need 5%, so he should go and pull all the chickens together, but I don't know, that'll have knocked his confidence, I imagine. Yeah, we're going to go straight down here and we're going to run out. We're not going to have enough percentage. Potentially. We're going to pull the matriarch because it's always going to happen. There you go, it's already in. Oh, okay, we're pulling everything again. Because the last time we did this, it all went so well that why wouldn't we do it again? So I'm going to focus a little bit on the matriarch. You can't actually slow the matriarch, so I should probably not do that. Let's focus on one of the others instead. Damn, that Mistweaver's... Windwalker's pulling some mad duppers. Considering they were like, oh my god, dead spec a little while ago. He's pulling some nice damage, I'll give him that. So, once again, Frost, not ideal this week because of the nature of the affixes. Obviously, Sanguini, not great. But, yeah, it's... Where are you going? Just stand still. Let me kill stuff, please. I need them to stay in my blizzard. Like, actually just kiting them out of my blizzard makes this 100 times harder for me to kill stuff. Okay, he's learned. I saw him try to kite stuff back in then. I saw him trying to pay attention to it. Still not got enough percentage, but that's fine. We can come back after the boss. The issue isn't there a little one here? There is. And I can't stop it. Oh, there's one behind us anyway. Can I just sheep you? Okay, I'm going to literally just keep sheeping you then. Nice, we got it. We recovered that really well. They CC'd the first one, and because I can control the second one then, that's fine. They should break out of that in a second. That was more about saving the tank than anything else. I know I froze one of them in Sanguini, but yeah, it was more about just keeping the tank alive for a minute. Well, we've got all of our cooldowns up except our Covenant ability for this, but our Covenant ability will be up shortly afterwards. We also have a Flurry proc, so we should be able to just do some mad duppers. I'm immediately going in, because why wouldn't I? Of course, you put a trap right on my Rune of Power. Fun boss. Covenant ability comes out. We still haven't got our Frozen Orb up yet, which is sad. So unless I've got like GCDs to use while flying, I'm not going up. I'm just going to ice block it. Or not even ice block it, I'm just going to take it apparently. And the reason for that is it's fortified. One, the healer should be more than capable of controlling it and minimizing the damage I take. Two, doing that, say if we all did that, it would save about 30 seconds on the boss. I know that sounds crazy, but if all of us gets an extra 5 seconds of damage, that's 25 seconds right there. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth doing it if you weren't going to be able to DPS. So this time I'm not going to be able to DPS, but I'm also going to take a lot of damage if I stay down, so I just did it instead. Throw Ice Lances, and then we're going to go up to... So what we should do is take this, kill one pack, and then go to the last boss. Will it happen like that? God knows. God knows. What's an ideal pack for us to pull? It's actually these. So let's get these. So I wanted to pull these because I wanted to make sure we didn't get hatchlings and turn this into a 20 pull of birds. These two blade breaks will give us the percentage and it's a safe enough pull. Don't pull unless you're absolute sure, but like I 100% knew this was the right move for us. If we go the other side, the hatchlings are there, which means anything that pulls is going to run through them. It just turns into a whole thing that is not worth it. Whereas now we got the percentage and it was nice and clean. So A little bit of confidence. Again, I'm not a particularly confident player at times, but that was just the right move. So we are on track to two-chest this. I'll do back right. I would like... What would you like? Does streamer work on YouTube? Let's test. I'd like IQD, I'm not going to lie. IQD with my cooldowns, because it's both 3-minute cooldowns, would be very, very nice. Chest would be quite nice. Other than that, there's nothing really. So chest or trinket would be very, 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 very nice. We're not going to have time warp here. What I like to do is pop time warp just before the first pause. It really guarantees getting through that phase. But I'm going to hold my cooldowns and just be very, very safe and defensive here. There's no need. I don't think any of this damage really counts anyway. So that's dead. Let's drop this in a good position. That's a really nice position. That's melee, so we can stay at the back anyway. Going left, so we go right. Which means he's also going right, which means we go left. And I know I'm taking back right, so that's fine. No one else seemed to agree on pause, which worries me just ever so slightly. Even if it's obvious, I'd still rather people said it. Oh god, you're going to do this too, aren't you? Luckily we have all of the mobility in the world. That's melee. So again, my damage is appalling right now, but it just doesn't matter. Like, we aren't here to be doing top DPS at this point. The damage matters right now. And right now, I'm going to precast Blizzard. Why? Because it's free damage for no extra reason. And any Icy Veins, Ice Lance procs then are guaranteed to have my legendary effect. Look how quickly that died. Jesus. Did we go everywhere? We did. Now, is everyone going to click correctly? It's very difficult to do, you know. How far round can we get? Let's Door Shadows across. So I did and clicked mine. They're both done. This one's not done. Click. No, he failed it. So this back right one is going to fail, unfortunately. It annoys me that people don't ask if they don't know what they're doing, but never mind. It doesn't matter. I say it annoys me. It doesn't annoy me. It's just an inconvenience. Like, and the thing is, I would be more than happy to help. My channel's built on being educational. I want to help people. I have no issues in explaining the tactics to someone, even in Whisper if they like don't want it to be public, but ask someone. Normally people are more likely to want to help you than flame you and ignore you because they want the boss dead as well. Maybe that's just my experience. Maybe people are that toxic, and I'm sure there are people that are toxic, but you're more likely to get flamed for failing a mechanic, in my opinion, than you are for asking for advice about a mechanic. But I think it's fair to say from the overall damage meters that there is no chance in this world that the monk is beating me. I'd like to see him try right now, but I just don't think he's going to beat me. So we've beat another damage competition. Again, one was lower eye level, one was higher eye level. Ironically, the lower eye level one gave me the better fight, but we still took it. 4.6k overall DPS, especially in a dungeon like this that was messy. That's really, really good. I'm actually very happy with our damage here. So, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hopefully we get some nice loots. And, yeah, I'm trying to decide next week if I craft my raid legendary. Bearing in mind, I'm not really raiding on this character, or if I just keep upping my Mythic Plus one. We'll have to see. I'm aware that my screen has jumped a couple of times. There's nothing. I don't know what's causing it. If you have any idea what's causing it, definitely let me know. Right, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? IQD? Question mark? Oh my god, we actually got an IQD. We actually got an IQD. Yes! Yes! Okay, so we've got our 2 Bis trinkets, basically, is what I'm hearing right now. We got the Unbound Changeling a while ago, and we've now got an IQD. Yeah. So we need more Valor, is what I'm hearing. We need more Valor to upgrade this. That's immediately going in my... bang. And... wow, that's going to help our damage a lot. Well, guys, thank you for watching. A really good ending to the run. And yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you later. See you later, guys.